Always watching Cryptechology. I just want to say thank you for supporting my channel and thank you for hitting that like button. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Simon, and you're watching Cryptechology. So, if you didn't see my last video, I went over a little bit of TA, some chart analysis, and a couple of my predictions on BTC. And it looks like those predictions came true, which is awesome. However, we are going to see that pullback, but the way I look at it, we're going to see a pullback of roughly, you know, about 13% or so. But the way I'm looking at this right now, and of course this is not financial advice, everyone make sure you do your own DD. But the way I'm looking at this right now, if we are able to run back to previous resistance, people are asking, well, is it too late? Did I miss the entry? Well, for one thing, you shouldn't have been getting out. If you would have at least, took a little bit off the top during this 119% move here, then you would have been perfectly fine going through this 54% retracement. All right. So it's all right. It happens. But this is what I'm going to, go over with everybody right now. So the way I'm looking at this chart, and I'm saying to myself, well, I already know what I want to do. Obviously, I'm going to be hodling. I'm mining crypto. I'm actively participating in the blockchain, doing various different projects, NFTs, yield farming, you name it. I'm doing it, and I'm learning from it. But to those that are new to BTC, new to Bitcoin, new to the blockchain, new to all of this, and you're wondering or you're asking yourself, well, what happens if I get in right now? Is there any room to do anything? Is there any room to make any money? Is there any, when I say level up, that's what I mean about making money. So I will be saying level up instead of making money. Remember, not financial advice. So is there any room to level up at all? And the answer to that is yeah. Why wouldn't it be? So even right now, all right, we had a nice little run up to 40K. We tested previous local resistance. All right, and what happened? It came right back down. So this is number 3, okay? This is the third resistance test. Normally, it doesn't test the fourth, all right? If the fourth test doesn't break out, and then we have a problem, for sure, okay? But here, 1, 2, 3, 4, breakout. Okay? Or you can even say this one, but I'm calling this one because there was a reversal here. Previous resistance becoming support. And that's exactly what's happening right here. Previous resistance is now becoming support. I really want to see this 36,000 hold. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind the 34.8 area, but it would be even better for this 36 to 36.6 level to really hold and become new support. That will help solidify the reversal, in my opinion. Now, this being the third test of resistance, say it does return back to that 36 level, all right? So that'll give you an entry at 36, or I have it at 35 at 945. And let's just say, by the end of September, all right, we, I don't even think it's gonna take that long, but I'm being really, we go back to test You see, it's not going to be exactly like this. We'll probably run up, test the 59, 60K, come back down, and then, you know, retest that 41. So we may see a big pullback, but I'm not going to get into that. But just to say, for long-term hold, hodl, you know, to level up, if we have a run back to, let's just do worst case scenario, the end of the, you know, to November, okay? And we have a run back to 64K, about previous resistance. That's a 78% move. Now, tell me where you're making 78%. See what we have. July. We have August. September. October. November. 4 months. 4 months, damn near 80% potential move. Where else are you getting that? Obviously, if you are a day trader, okay? And then we already know where you're getting those type of moves at. But even though we know those 80% moves are based off of short squeezes and don't come often, but they are really exhilarating to be a part of. But at the same time, not financial advice. Looking over this chart, and I'm saying to myself, okay, I have an 80% potential upside now, but when you plan for the positive, you must plan for the negative. All right? You always have to have risk management no matter what. And when it comes to trading or investing, you need a good risk to reward ratio. So what is my risk? Well, if I'm wrong and we happen to, you know, get in at this 36, we test, you know, that 40K, but it doesn't break out. All right. So it doesn't break out. Now, what am I doing? You can give yourself, you know, an 18%. I wouldn't even probably go that far. You know, you can do a boom, right? Let's just make it simple. Let's do, well, it's never that simple, but let's just do it like that. All right, 11%. We have 11% potential to the downside of being wrong versus a 78% to the upside. All right. So when we pull up, you know, the calculator here, and we have a risk to reward ratio. So 11, you know, let's just do 80. Let's keep it simple. 80 and 10. That's 8. All right. And then 10 divided by 10 obviously is 1. So that's a 1 to 8 risk reward. That is phenomenal. All right. Normally you want to go for at least like a 1 to 3. You know, a 1 to 5 on a really great day. But we have here damn near a 1 to 8. A 10% to the downside of loss, potential loss, for a potential run to the upside of 80%. I'm going to take that probability risk all day, every day, any day. It's just, I'm not debating it. Okay? So this is how I'm deciding whether or not I want to get into any investment. Risk to reward ratio. And for this to be useful, you have to be disciplined enough to follow through on your investment and or trading plan. Okay? Being a full-time trader, studying the markets, trade in the crypto markets, trade in the stock markets, penny stocks, low price NASDAQ. You know, I've put in well over 10,000 hours of time studying the markets and learning from different mentors. And that's all I did. I didn't have a 9 to 5. I sacrificed making money to learn from my very successful, verifiable mentors, millionaire mentors at that, that taught me how to generate and become a self-sufficient and consistently profitable trader. That was my first goal. Get through the learning curve, become self-sufficient. And I have surpassed that. So far, I've been consistently profitable, not because it's difficult to trade, but it is difficult to stay disciplined to your rules. You see, when you create your trading plan and you establish your trader identity, that trader identity needs to correlate to your morals, your values, your emotions, your energy, who you are as a person, all right? Who you are as a man or a female, your place in this world, your path, your journey, each step that you take, each brick that you lay for this foundation, this financial foundation, this financial freedom, this journey that we are all on, trying to obtain financial freedom through trading, through assets, through passive income, through entrepreneurship. Okay? It is important that when you create your strategy and you create your plan, you have to be disciplined to follow through on that plan. And that's why it's important to have trading peers and to have a community around you to help you stay accountable, to help you speak your mission, your vision, your trader identity, to help it become real. Because it's one thing of communicating this on a piece of paper, in a notepad, in a trading journal, and in your head all alone, in your house or in your basement. But it's another thing when somebody else acknowledges your trader identity. They see who you are as a trader by the information you share within the community or on your social media or however you communicate with your trading peers. You know, I'm part of a couple different communities, and I had someone say to me, you know, yeah, I've seen you take that trade a lot. You're really consistent with that trade. Or I've seen you be disciplined to cut in your losses. You're getting better at it. You know, in the beginning, you were like, you know, doing whatever. But I've seen you improve on your discipline, and your losses are getting smaller. And that's a great accomplishment. I had somebody say that to me, and I didn't even realize that that was happening. And when that person brought that to my attention, it really like lit a light bulb over my head, and I was just like, wow, people are paying attention to me. People are paying attention to my trading strategies and the things that I'm saying. So it's really important that you stay disciplined to who you are as a trader. And the only way you can stay disciplined to who you are as a trader is to find out and work towards your trader identity. Now, the only way you can create and establish your trader identity is by getting through the learning curve. And yep, well, you asked the right question. Well, how do I get through that learning curve? Well, it's chalking it up and finding a mentor that you can connect with, that you can understand the way that they're teaching, so they can help you increase your learning curve. All right? Because the learning curve is step one. It is the beginning. I mean, it's literally like dipping your toe into the water. Like it's an accomplishment, but it's like it's nothing. Like you literally just figured out how to play the game. And for some people, it can take as long as 3, 4, 5 years to get through that learning curve. And for others, it can be as quick as 6 to 9 months. It really depends on how quickly you learn, how good of a mentor you have, and how much work are you willing to put in. It's important that you back up your studies by studying the market. You see, there's a couple ways to gain more experience at a faster rate and get through that learning curve. And the best way to do that is to study the market. Well, some people are like, well, the market's only available Monday through Friday. I could only study for so long or for so much. Well, yes and no. You see, you can study the past. Now, in Thinkorswim, you can actually go back and go through it on demand and replay market days, which is really awesome. You can go on YouTube sites like Tim Sykes sites, other traders. They've recorded a couple trades on their channels. You can watch that. All of those moments, video lessons, if you're part of Tim Sykes Millionaire Challenge or part of any of his newsletters, or even Roland, Stephen Ducks, Tim Gertani's DVDs, even Stocks to Trade with Tim Bowen, Matt Monaco, Bryce Toohey, and John Papa or Papa John, and Tim Lento does a great. There are so many fantastic traders that I was able to learn from. It's not even funny, and I'm so appreciative of everything they shared. They shared their journey to help people to level up and to increase and improve their learning curve. So take the time, go through these older video lessons, especially if you're part of the Millionaire Squad, on Profitly or with Sykes or anything, or anybody that has webinars or DVDs or video lessons. Rewatch those DVDs. Go through those old webinars, all right? And old video lessons, because that's given you your market experience, that's given you your market time, okay? That's adding to your knowledge account. You see, what you're not realizing is that you're subconsciously training yourself to experience a moment in time. Now, whether or not it's present, the past, it's irrelevant, because what you need to do is to increase the amount of time analyzing the market, analyzing how a stock goes up, how a stock goes down, what happens when there's overwhelming volume, what happens when there's a news catalyst, what happens when there's a negative PR and a ticker is halted. What happens when there's bad earnings reports? What happens when there's positive earnings? What happens when there's a breakout? What happens when there's a multi-day runner and it panics out? What happens when a stock runs over 10% consecutively for 3 days? What happens on that fourth day? What happens on the very first red day? What happens when a stock hits a previous support level or a previous resistance level? What happens when a stock consolidates and tightens its range before it decides to either break up, break out, or break down? What happens when there is overwhelming volume on a low market cap causing float rotation? If you have no idea about what I just talked about and you call yourself a trader, then you still got a lot of work to do. But any trader, like any real trader, will understand everything that I just said right there and realize that I just dropped some fucking golden nuggets. And most people would have no idea what to do with that information that I just said. But I'm here to tell you that there's an entire world that exists, and you can be a part of it if you take the time to connect with the right people, find the right mentors, and stay disciplined to the strategy. If you can be disciplined to your 9 to 5 rat race, then you can be disciplined to your trading strategy. Anybody that's not disciplined to their trading strategy doesn't fully believe it. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. But you need to come to the realization that you are lying to yourself. Okay? So then you can move forward and improve and progress to get to the next level. Okay? Because when you truly believe in your strategy, then nothing should alter it. When it is time to cut your losses, when your risk level is hit, there's no debate in it. You just do what you gotta do. I know when others say, you know, when you're trading, you need to be emotionless. But I don't agree with that. Because the market is based off of human psychology, and indicators are based off of social sentiment. Each time we have a breakout, a breakdown, a short squeeze, or any of that shit is based off of human psychology. It's based off of the market sentiment. Is a self-fulfilling prophecy within its unique moment in time. So understanding how to react to those different moments in time, you know, how to react to the market and the different market conditions, how to react when you are in a losing trade, how to react when you are in a winning trade. When do you actually pay yourself when you're in a winning trade? That was actually something that took me a little while to really come to like a realization, like, all right, I need to pay myself a little bit along the way up. It doesn't have to be all or nothing, okay? It's not black or white, up or down, left or right. It is gray. And what is gray? Gray is a mix of two colors. So what does that mean? That means it doesn't matter how you make your gray. Some people may have a lot of black and a little bit of white. Some people may have a lot of white and a little bit of black, but it still comes out gray. So what does that mean? It means that there are multiple ways to trade the market. There are multiple ways to level up in the market. So by finding your trader identity is finding your edge that makes you comfortable within your emotions to stay disciplined to your trading plan. So when you come and you are united with your emotions, you are comfortable with the current market conditions, and you're comfortable with how you are reacting to those market conditions, you'll be able to behave consistently with enjoyment at the end of the day, no matter what. You'll be able to reduce your stress, reduce your anxiety, and end your trading day with a smile on your face, no matter if you win or you lose money that day. And the reason why is because when you are focused on staying disciplined to your morals, to your values, to your trading strategy, to your trading plan, and you follow those rules, and then there is nothing else to be upset about. You followed your rules. Now, whether or not that day was a winning day or a losing day is irrelevant, because if your strategy is sound, you will level up. It's inevitable. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope this information I shared was useful. And anybody that's new to trading or new to the markets, you can hit me up if you have any questions. And yeah, so never give up. Keep striving. Keep fighting for that learning curve. Keep adding to your knowledge account. Lay a brick, whether it's a small one or a brick or a big one. Just lay a brick every single day. Lay a brick. Just add a little bit more, and before you know it, you'll be at the point where you're looking at the market and you're just react, and you're gonna be like, what? How did I do that? It will become natural to you. I've lost $16,000 in the market. That was more money that I made like a couple years ago in my entire year. And I lost 16,000, and it doesn't faze me. In the beginning, it did. You know, my biggest losing trade was 3,600. You know, I grew my account up to about $12,000, and then lost 9,000 of it. Yeah, I was like, whoa, what the WTF? And then I ran it up again to another 13,000, and then I lost 6,000. I ran up again, and I was like, you know what? I really need to work on my risk management and cutting my losses. It was a prideful thing. It had nothing to do with my strategy. My strategy was sound, but my discipline to cut in losses quickly was weak, and I needed to improve on that. And once I improved on that aspect, man, yo, I've been unstoppable. So, still in the beginning of my journey, but my journey is just getting better and better. And I just want to let y'all know that you can do it too. Put in the time, put in the work, ask questions, talk to people, step out of your comfort zone. Alright, y'all. Sorry for this serious video, but just wanted to share with you guys a little bit about me, what I do on a day-to-day, how I level up, and why trading is so important to me. You know, I spent a lot of time trying to become a better trader, and I can officially say that I'm way better off today than I was 1 year ago. And not just financially, but my knowledge as well. I've obtained a skill that I can teach my children, that they'll be able to generate an income through the markets as well. This is something nobody can take away from you. So believe in it. Believe in its power and its strength and its empowerment. And head on over to dogelord.com, search for FutureSELF, and get some crypto apparel today. Rock the green, rock the diamond, okay? Are you a hodler? Are you a diamond hand? Search for FutureSELF crypto apparel. Get one of our shirts, t-shirts, hat, polo. Enhance your future self. If you believe in anything that I talked about in this video, and then that's what Enhance Your Future Self is about. That is what FutureSELF Crypto Apparel is about. That is what the FutureSELF Collection is about. Stay tuned. We have some really exclusive and epic designer gear that's about to be released. So I can't wait to share that with all of you. I'm Simon. This is a special edition of Cryptechology, excuse me. And I'll catch you on the next one.
Nope.